9:09, and speaking of Pet Adoption Day, well, it couldn't be better to speak with Dionne Leonard, who is, as I said, an ultramarathon runner and a writer of a book that just went gangbusters about your incredible experiences. Dionne, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me, yeah.
I'll get you to move that. There we go. That's good. Dionne, let's start at the beginning. Let's do this chronologically. How did you get into running? Because you have covered some incredible runs and terrains.
I was pretty overweight. I weigh about 85 kilos now. I was around 100.
And you're a big, tall bloke.
I'm a tall guy.
Yeah.
But I was around 125 kilos, smoking a pack a day, drinking dependently, quite a lot as well. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I realised I really needed to make a change one day. So running became the thing for me to lose some weight and to try and get fit.
You make it sound easy, but surely it wasn't as easy as all that.
No, and I remember running, a block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, day after day after day to try and get fitter and fitter, and it just didn't seem like it was going anywhere. But finally the weight started to come off and I was running further and further and further. But even to this day, I don't really enjoy running. It just keeps me fit, and I turned out to be reasonably good at it. Yeah,
I'll say you're reasonably good at it. You have done the 155 mile, I don't know how many Ks that is.
250.
250, there you go, 250. In one go, across the Gobi Desert. Why? What made you decide to do that?
Well, I'd done a fair few of these races around the world already, and the Gobi Desert in China was something that was a unique location, and I'd thought, you know what, it's a great opportunity to go to China, why not? The Gobi Desert's quite a unique desert compared to the Moroccan Sahara Desert, which I'd run across a few times already. So it really excited me to go out there.
You say it so casually. Yeah, I'd run across the Sahara. Yeah, it's nothing. Gosh.
I guess it's not everyone's choice of holidays, but this was something for me that I was, I was working full time and going out to do these races for a bit of that mental escape as well from work.
And it was during one of those Gobi Desert runs that something quite extraordinary happened.
Yes, on day 2 of the race, a little stray dog, which would be named Gobi later on, she would join me, and she would run 125 kilometres of the 250-kilometre race in temperatures up to 52 degrees as well. So she effectively ran 4 stages of the 6-stage race over the week, which, is incredible to think it's difficult enough for humans to do it, let alone a little Chihuahua mixed dog. So
wow. What was your response to that when you first saw this dog running next to you?
Actually, I wasn't too impressed to begin with because I was there to try and win the race, and I'm really got my competitive head on. I'm thinking about the day ahead, and I'm at the start line of day 2 when she starts jumping on my legs and chewing into my shoes. She's chewing actually an important piece of kit that keeps the sand out as well, and I thought, what is this little dog doing? And she was being quite a nuisance, but she took a shine to me. And over the next day and the days coming, I took a shine to her, and that's when I made her a promise to bring her back to the UK where I was living at the time.
That's just incredible. I mean, it does sound like a movie. It is a story that went absolutely viral. And is there a movie on the cards?
Yeah, so it's a New York Times bestseller. It's been an Australian bestseller.
Gosh.
Sunday Times bestseller.
What's the name of the book?
It's Finding Gobi. And we're happy that we've got a movie agreement with 20th Century Fox as well. So
wow, who's going to play you? Do you know?
Well, that's been the best part of this whole scenario with 20th Century Fox is playing that game as who's going to play me. And there's a few big actors, there's a few big Australian actors very keen on seeing the manuscript and seeing where it goes from here. So we'll wait and see.
A man, a dog, running. I mean, it's got, hit written all over it.
Yeah, I think it's that heartwarming and inspiring story that everyone loves. And when Fox rang me and said, we want to make a movie, they said, we couldn't have written this story. It's so amazing. And there's so much more to the story. Before I actually bring Gobi home to the UK, Gobi goes missing. I have to fly all the way back to China to find her. And the drama starts there. Oh,
my goodness. Now, we should point out, Dionne Leonard is who you're listening to, the author of Finding Gobi and an ultramarathon runner. Gobi, you didn't bring Gobi with you. I'm disappointed about that, number one.
Most of the time people are disappointed to see me and not Gobi. I understand she's the star. I'm actually in Australia to release a new book called Lara Runaway Cat. It's a fiction book about my cat and how her life has changed after Gobi comes into it. She feels left out and abandoned, and she wants to run away and form her own adventures to find herself. which is a great book, and it's available from yesterday actually, which is fantastic.
Right, so it's out now.
And I'm also here to run 200 miles, which is I think 350 odd kilometres non-stop in Western Australia. So,
gosh,
just a little race along the Babundalam track.
Oh my goodness. So with these, huge distances that you're covering, how do you keep yourself focused when you are running? And if, as you say, it's something that you don't actually particularly like that much?
Well, I tell people that, these races really are a mental battle more than a physical battle. Of course, you need to be physically fit, but at some point, running 350 kilometres, you really need the mental strength to keep going. I had a very difficult, abusive, sort of violent upbringing, if you like. So I left home at a very early age. From the age of 13, I moved out of home.
Wow.
Put myself through school and, had to go and work, etc., to put food on the table. And I use all of those tough experiences to really drive me through these races, to try and prove people wrong, try and process some of those bad times and bad things that happened to me. So for me, I use a lot of negative energy and turn it into a positive throughout the race as well. And you always learn something about yourself while you're out there.
So even though you're almost, in a way, kind of physically punishing your body, you're actually cleansing your mind at the same time? Yeah,
and one of the reasons why I helped Gobi and decided to give her a better life is I saw myself in Gobi as well. So, here's this little stray dog out in the desert that needed someone just like I did when I was younger. And for me, that really helped me be able to bring Gobi home. That helped me through a lot of process, a lot of the sort of tragedies and things that happened to me, which I speak about in the book as well as to why I run.
Fantastic stuff. Little Gobi. Gee, they're amazing, aren't they?
They
are.
All
All animals.
Yeah, it's fantastic you mentioned the special day that's on tomorrow for the animals in need. I wasn't really aware of the rescue shelters that do such great work out there, and now we love to share Gobi's story to help other animals in need and raise awareness and money for them as well.
I'm interested to know how difficult it was to get a dog from China to the UK. What sort of process did you have to go through? Quarantine and stuff like that?
Yeah, that actually is like a 3-month process. But because Gobi was this stray dog, the event was happening in northwest China in the middle of nowhere, in the desert, of course. Getting her back to Beijing was half of the battle, especially when she went missing. But then finding her, actually putting her through all the medical quarantine processes took
got to read this
forever.
book.
So I actually stayed in China for 4 months with her to make sure everything went to plan. She was safe and secure, because we had a lot of things happening behind the scenes, a lot of threats against Gobi's life, my life, a lot of ransom threats as well. So,
oh my goodness,
yeah.
I'm shaking my head. This is just incredible. No wonder they want to make a movie out of it.
Yeah, it really took some ridiculous turns, and we had some great people helping us, but we had lots of bad and negative things happening to us as well. So it was quite an experience to bring a little dog back to the UK.
If you would like to hear more from Dionne Leonard and also take a look at the new book, you can do that. You're going to be at Lone Dog tonight?
Yeah, I'm speaking at Lone Dog Gym tonight.
Which is in Albury.
Yeah, it's a friend of mine that runs that gym, and she's also run the toughest extremist race on earth called Marathon des Sables as well. So that's where we met, and I'm actually out here training now for the race in Perth in a week's time. So along with the new book, Lara the Runaway Cat.
So we could see you pounding the pavement as well around our region?
I have been, and it's been really nice weather, actually. It's been really nice and warm. And coming from Chamonix in France, where I live at the moment, where it's in the minus 10s and 15s, it's been quite a blessing to get some sun again.
We're just all sighing a breath of relief, because we've had these temperatures over 40, and now we're going, oh, good, it's cool. And you're thinking it's warm. Hey, thank you so much for coming in. Really lovely to meet you. The name of the book, again, your new book?
It's Lara the Runaway Cat.
Lara the Runaway Cat.
Yeah.
And, of course, Finding Gobi as well. Lovely to meet you, Dionne Leonard.
Thank you so much.